I remembered one morning I was in the office and a lady came and she was looking so old.
Yes.
Then najiuliza Karo,
she was working as a domestic worker.
Yeah, she was a domestic worker. Sasa untamsaidia. So she told me, I am looking for work, and I was like, okay, umefanya kazi? Umefanya kazi wapi? Nimefanya hapa na hapa. Ulikuwa unalipwa pesa ngapi? This lady was not earning anything below 20,000. Yeah, she was earning above 20,000. But when her job ended, she didn't have a coin to the bank or to fall back to. And that thing made me realize there are more people that we need to help. Wasifike kwa hii age yake ya 50s and they don't have anything that they can fall back to.
Amukira ngethi nyingi muno kuma kuri kirathi gya Karo Kinyugo Mwaura kana orenja wa bururi kana thiini wa bururi. Amukira ngethi citu na ngatho nyingi muno ni undu wa gwitikira gukorwo uri part of kirathi gya Karo Kinyugo Mwaura. Karibu sana thiini wa tafarira ya This Is Me. Niĩ njĩtagwo Karo Kinyugo Mwaura. Muthenya wa umuthi ndirenda gutea request ngoretwo ngitumirwo ni andu makiria aria mararuta wira wa nyumba nja wa bururi ni makoretwo makinjira Karo turehere mundu ungitwariria uhoro wa uria tungigithia kigina gitu na uria tungionjorithia kigina gitu na uria tungihota gwiteithia na mushara uria turona turi na guku. Na niĩ ngauga no nginya njeke otoguo na nikio muthenya wa umuthi turi na Elizabeth Gitau. Elizabeth niwe founder wa Sacco yuikaine ta DPAK. Ni agukorwo agituhe uhoro makiria ukonainie na DPAK. Aratwira ni Sacco iria ingiragwo ni aruti a wira wa nyumba aria mari guku Kenya na aria mari nja wa bururi. Koguo ri it is incorporating andu othe aria makoragwo makiruta wira wa nyumba. Na so far aratwira hari andu maigithitie na nginya makahota kuoya maroni nigetha mahote gukorwo makiyaka. Koguo Elizabeth ni agutwira what inspired her to begin the Sacco na nginyagia riu ri ni andu igana mari thiini wa Sacco ino. If you want to be part of the Sacco, how do you register? Na ningi ni tukumenya guarantors andu makoragwo makimona atia tondu akimenya Sacco ini no nginya ukorwo na guarantor ucio nigetha ukahota gukorwo ugikua kamuthitho karia uguthie kurutithia wira kana kamugunda urenda kugura kana kanyumba uraka kana ciana urathomithia ona kana hii ni biashara urenda kuiga. Macio mothe tugukorwo tugithoma muthenya wa umuthi. Itanaingira thiini wa ndereti nguririkania ati kirathi gya Karo Kinyugo Mwaura kirugamirirwo ni kambuni ya wendia wa migunda ya Househelps na ni ngatho muno kuri andu aria othe matwihokete aria othe makoretwo makinjariria WhatsApp na mukauga ni murenda kuigithia na ithuĩ aria manaigithia na nginya mukona title. God bless you so much. Muririkane twina project kundu gutiganite, twina project Shire Sagana, twina ciitiganite Juja, kwina cio kuria mwena wa Nyahururu, Mai Mahiũ na ningi twina migunda itigaririire kuria mwena wa Chaka. Na ni undu wa horo makiria ni ingenda waranirie na Pauline wa Homes kuhitukira 0721077077 ni kuri andu makoretwo makienda gutuma andu ao mathie mamarorere migunda kuria mwena wa Sagana na migunda iyo ni ya 50 by 100 na turamendia na thogora wa ciringi 500 inclusive of the title deed. Koguo ungienda gukorwo ukiona migunda ino wi guku bururi-ini kana wi nja ni turi mithenya iria tukoragwo tugitwara andu na waraniria na Pauline ni agukorwo agikuhe uhoro ucio makiria. Na migunda iyo ni ndakwira oro ringi iri kuria mwena wa Sagana Makutano behind mukawa uikaine ta Destination Hotel, less than a kilometer from the dual carriageway ya Keno Marua. Koguo ri na beo ri ndukimirutithia wira nigetha tukorwo tugikurania turi o hamwe. Na umuthi interview no ndirehoka tugukorwo tukimika na ruthiomi rwa Githungu na Githweri tutukanie nigetha ihote gukorwo igikinyira andu aingi tondu na matu wa Gikuyu marakiruta wira nja wa bururi kana ona guku bururi-ini. Koguo ri twitikiria tukorwo tugitukania kidogo kidogo thiini wa kirathi kia umuthi. Karibu sana na asante sana Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Ni undu wa gwitikira tukorwo twi hamwe muthenya wa umuthi. Nataka kuanza na kusalimia mtazamaji wa kirathi gya Karo Kinyugo Mwaura na mwambie majina yako na mwambie DPAK DPAK inamaanishaje, ndio tuende kwa maswali.
Hi everyone, muriega eroreri a kirathi gya Karo. My name is Elizabeth Gitau. I am the secretary of the board DPAK Sacco. Now I am also the managing director. So when you come to the Sacco, I'm the one who manages the day-to-day operations of the Sacco. So I'm the one that you're going to find in the office. Thank you so much, Caro, for having me here.
You're welcome.
And I'm happy to talk about how we can all become very financially independent.
That is so true. Could you kindly, before we get into the interview, just tell them DPAK stands for?
Oh, DPAK stands for Domestic Professionals Association of Kenya.
Okay.
DPAK, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So we are so glad to have you na tunashukuru sana. Leo tumewambia hatutaongea Kikuyu tu. Tutawachanganyishia kidogo because we truly believe that for domestic workers we have different tribes who are working in our houses, so let's try to reach to like as many as we can today.
Sure.
So Elizabeth, utaanza na kutuambia wewe umezaliwa wapi na kwenu pengine what's your background, pahali ambapo ulizaliwa na ulisomea wapi?
Yes, Caro, I was born in Kiambu County, Dumberi, Karunga village. I am so proud of where I come from, by the way. So watu wa Dumberi na Karunga hai.
Wamesalimika.
Wamesalimika. Yes, Dubs. So my dad, Stephen Kimani Gitau Kimani, and my mom, Jane Wahu Gitau, although she's passed.
Sorry.
Thank you. I'm the last born in a family of 8.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
I usually tell people I am a pension baby because by the time I was in class 5, my dad had already retired.
Oh my God.
Yes. And I think why I am so inspired about financial literacy and financial education is because I tell people my fate could have been very different if my dad did not know how to manage his finances.
Wow.
Because I have had stories, and I'll tell you as we go on, of people who their parents retired or they lost a parent and they could not go on with their education because probably the parents had not, made any plans, financial plans to ensure that their children can go through school to the time that they complete their school and get employed. So I went to school in Kangoya Primary School and proceeded to high school, Moi Girls Secondary School in Kamango.
Okay.
After that, my dad could not let me stay in the house. I told him I want to just relax, and he was, how do you relax and you have not even had any education? To him, Form 4 was not anything.
Yes,
so
it wasn't enough.
Yes, it was not enough. I proceeded to KCA, Githunguri campus, where I took my computer studies as I waited to join my CPAs. So I started my CPAs, and in the following year, after 1 year of CPAs and computer packages, I joined Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, where I studied mathematics and computer science. After that, I got employed as an accountant, but for some reason I didn't stay long because I tell people that time was when Kilimani Mums was Kilimani Mums.
Yes.
So I was always on Kilimani Mums, and I would see people complaining, oh, my domestic worker hakai. And I was asking myself, kwa nini domestic workers hawakai?
Yes.
And in my mind I was thinking, hawa ndio hawajui kutafuta wale, you know. So I actually quit employment. Well, it's a long story, but when I quit, I wanted to go and start, I remember I was calling it Women Empowerment and Capacity Building Center for domestic workers.
Oh my, where was it?
I started it in Kino. But when I went to the lawyer who was to register it, he told me, you know what, you can't register it as an NGO because it's very new. Why don't you register it as a business as you learn along the way?
Yes.
So I didn't even have a business name. So I called it Web Staffing Kenya Limited. It was an agency where we were bringing domestic workers, tunawatrain alafu tunawatuma kazi.
Okay.
But it didn't last so long because remember, mimi nimezaliwa ushago, hatujai ajiri msichana wa kazi. That time
So
I had not even hired.
know.
I don't even know so much about domestic work. So nikabidi tu nimefunga. Then I just said, no, I still have this thing that I want to serve domestic workers, but I didn't know how. So I was connected by someone who was running an agency, the ones we call bureaus. And so she told me, I want to leave this work. Na naona wewe uko na passion, wewe endelea. So I took it up and I started now placing domestic workers. And it's in the course of doing this that I came, like nikaanza kujua vitu zenye domestic workers hupitia. Nilikuwa naona most domestic workers would come, anaitisha kazi kulingana na shida zenye yako nazo.
Yes.
So anakuja ananiambia, Elizabeth, nitafutie kazi, mimi ndio mama na baba ya watoto wangu. So namuuliza, hapana, hizo sio vitu zenye mwajiri anataka kujua. Anataka kujua unajua kupika, unajua kuosha,
unajua kupiga pasi.
Exactly. Unajua kuchunga watoto. Do you know what you would do mtoto wangu akichoka? So nikajiuliza, sasa nitafanya nini na hawa watu ukimpeleka maybe that disconnect was too much.
Yes.
Then the employer on the other side, nilikuwa napata employers wengine. They want to pay good money, by the way.
Yes.
But but hawapati mtu ana fit into what they are looking for.
Yes.
Kajiuliza, how do I help? So nikaanza tule to talks, tunaita watu Sunday, unawapea katalk, unawaambia how do you present yourself during an interview, what does your employer expect from you. Then I realized I can't be doing this for free.
Yes.
Let me start something else that can be able to help me do it better.
Yes.
That is where we started DPAK. DPAK ni Domestic Professionals Association of Kenya. DPAK, we started it to create awareness that domestic work is not just any other job. It's a profession, it's a career, and you can do it professionally and make something for yourself. Because the other thing that we noted is they are earning low salaries, not because people are not willing to pay good money. It's because they don't have the skills and the bargaining power to ask for these salaries. So we started DPAK, and now we started organizing for now very formal, setups where we would call people and have the talks. So we were creating awareness, and we are offering talks on what are the expectations of employers, what skills can you acquire, what are the skills that most employers are looking for. And as we were doing that, the financial me would still bring in some financial management skills. So that was in 2015, 2016. In 2016, I noted these people wameanza kuchangamka. Some are even getting very good jobs because I had partnered then with another person who was training them. Like they would pay a very small fee and get trained probably in cooking, in housekeeping, and now they would go and they're able to get better incomes. But now the other challenge that was coming in was the financial management. They are getting the money, but it's not really helping them. I remembered one morning I was in the office and a lady came and she was looking so old. Then najiuliza, Karo,
she was working as a domestic worker.
She was a domestic worker. Sasa untamsaidia aje? You know the way you say someone, domestic work requires you to be very energetic. You can't work when you are old and even breathing is a problem. So I looked at her and I could not tell how I can be able to help her. So she told me, I am looking for work, and I was like, okay, umefanya kazi? Umefanya kazi wapi? Nimefanya hapa na hapa. Ulikuwa unalipwa pesa ngapi? This lady was not earning anything below 20,000.
What?
Yes.
She was above 20,000?
Yes, she was earning above 20,000. But when her job ended, she didn't have a coin to the bank or to fall back to. So I felt so, by the I was so touched, and I sympathized with her. I remember I gave her 20 shillings and she was so happy. And she said, hii hata sijui kama nitapanda gari ama nitanunua mahindi niende nikikula, because that tells you huyu mtu hata kwa nyumba hana chakula. And that thing made me realize there are more people that we need to help. Wasifike kwa hii age yake ya 50s and they don't have anything that they can fall back to. That is the time I made my way to cooperative Ministry of Cooperatives, and I told them I want to register a Sacco for domestic workers.
Which year was that?
That was in 2016. Wakaniambia, hey, domestic workers, wewe ni domestic worker? Nikamwambia hapana. Sasa what do you have, business do you have working with domestic workers? Nikamwambia hapana, I work with domestic workers and we would. Akaniambia enda uniletee mmoja akuje aongee. Nikaenda, mmoja nilienda na yeye, hata hakuweza kuji express. Alikuwa anaulizwa swali ananiangalia. So I was like, what hapa? Hakuna vile tutapewa. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to start working on this thing. By the time ninakuja huku, they will have all reasons to register us. Na hapo Karo ndio nilianzisha 1, 2, 3 domestic workers. Nikamwambia hebu tuanze kusave kidogo kidogo, tuone whether it can work. And for
domestic workers who are already working
who are already
different houses.
In different houses. Yes. So tukaanza kusave. That was now 2018. That was 2016. Tukaanza kusave, but sasa motivation inaisha, hako kakakufa by 2018, 2019, but I was still very much interested in making it work. So in 2019 I got a very good team of 12 people and we started saving. Tukaanza kusave pole pole. Even some started taking loans from it. But now I was afraid to even make it very formal. Remember nilienda nikarudishwa. But as I was doing another project recently with DPAK, we were calling it Saubona. Saubona is a project where we were going telling people that domestic work is a true profession, and we also trained some domestic workers. That's when I met Edith Murogo of CDTD, Center for Domestic Training and Development. And I shared my dreams. And she was looking at me, and someone who has worked in the same industry would get excited by the ideas that you are having.
And she's very passionate.
Yeah, very passionate, yes. And she has worked with domestic workers for the past 20 years. So this is a gap she has been seeing, but the way you're doing so much thing, you're like, this needs someone who is passionate about it. So when she saw me, she was like, you can do this. She told me, Elizabeth, why don't you register a Sacco? And I was like, this is the eureka moment. That this is what I should be doing. The following morning I woke up and went to the ministry again. So I went there and I told them, we are domestic professionals from this association, and we want to start a Sacco for our members. You know, they didn't ask me anything. They told me, jaza hii karatasi, tuandikie majina zenye unataka kuiita. And I took it back.
Wow.
And the process started. And this year in May, we got registered. DPAK Sacco got registered.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Carol. And I'm so grateful to Edith. She's my mentor and a good friend.
And she's
for
my
that.
mentor too.
Oh, awesome. Yes. We share something in common.
Yes.
So I am so grateful that she really, like, aliweka chumvi kwa hiyo, the dream that was there. And right now, we are so grateful that we are now registered and we are recruiting members and we are really happy and happy to serve our members.
Wow. So I'm so delighted to know that register vile inafaa, like you followed the right procedure, because you know that is one of the main questions that people will ask. Mmefuata ile procedure inafaa, and you told us now you have a certificate.
Yes. Okay. So when I went and I registered, once you do a name search and you like pay for it. That once they tell you this name is available, you can pay for it. After that, we had to have our first meeting. It's called the pre-registration meeting, where now you bring all the members, the interested members.
Okay.
So we brought our members
you
from
had how many?
DPAK. At that time we had a meeting of 25 members.
Okay.
So they came, and the cooperative officer came and educated us what is a sacco. Nyinyi mnataka kuregister, mnajua sacco ni nini? Akatuelezea what is a sacco, what are our expectations, then akatuambia let's bring your bylaws, tupeleke makaratasi zetu za the members signatures, they have to also sign, and they put down the requirements, like mnataka mtu akiingia ingie na pesa ngapi, mnataka. So the member said that mtu akitaka kuingia ana register na 200 peke yake. Akitaka kuwa member, a sacco you have to become an owner, and by becoming an owner you buy shares. So wakasema share capital, because we are catering for every domestic worker, whether you're working locally or abroad, and we're also looking at domestic workers as people who are in the lowest of the social hierarchy, so hawana income mingi. So we said we don't want to leave anyone behind. The share capital is only 1,000 bob. Only. And you become a member. Then you start saving on a monthly basis. And the savings on a monthly basis is a minimum of 500 only per month. We are so sure.
Wow, that is so considerable.
Yes, it is very considerate and very accommodating for every domestic worker out there, that you only need 500 Kenya shillings, you start saving on a monthly basis. So after we put everything on paper, tukajaza the bylaws, we took them back there for vetting. Lazima waziangalie wakague, is this what you said you're going to do? Because even the cooperative officer was there, ataangalia sema this is what was passed on. So hatuwezi kuja tuseme hii alafu tuende huko tuseme a different thing. So after that, the process went through successfully and we got our certificate on 27th of May. After we got our certificate, another requirement is you have to have a special general meeting. Ndio mchague sasa the board. You know, now you had what is it called? The one which is not the permanent one. I'm forgetting the name. So that the interim board, you had an interim board. Now you have to give them powers to be able to serve you as a board. So now we went back there, we had our meeting, a very successful meeting. The cooperative officer still came, and then the members had an election. And I want to tell them that in this board they are very well represented. Of a board of 10, 4 of them are domestic workers.
Wow.
Yes, because it is
our domestic
wako kwa board, wako huku, they are locally here. And they are domestic workers that have worked for a very long time. And 2 of them were actually the founders of the savings that we were having, and they are actually the biggest shareholders as we talk. So ni watu wamebuy the idea and they see the dream behind it. So a board of 10, 4 of them are domestic workers.
Umefanya kazi, my dear.
So we had to really get that buy-in. Ndio hata tukienda huko, as we tell them it's a domestic workers sacco, hautakuja ukute ni Carol na Elizabeth and you're wondering how are you representing. Exactly. So they are domestic workers. After that, we believe so much in education. We had a board orientation and training for the board to understand nyinyi mko hapa ndio, you're the ones who are the managers of the members resources. What do you need to know? What is the sacco governor? What does the sacco require you to do? What are the legal framework in a sacco? What are your roles and responsibilities? What is it that you need to do? And you need to also know that you have a responsibility. Right now pesa ya sacco ikapotea, watu wenye wanaweza kuwa kwanza kulipa ni the board. Because we are the ones who have been given that mandate. So it's a very huge responsibility that we have, but you're not taking it lightly because we are
Yeah,
it
and dealing with
service
money
of a
has
member.
never been easy.
It has never been
There
easy.
must be a lot of transparency,
Yes,
by
yes,
the way.
yes.
So tell me, how have you been able to make the public know, or domestic workers know, that DPAK is in existence?
DPAK is in existence. Mostly we have done it online. We have a page, DPAK Sacco. We have one for DPAK itself, and we have also been able to
On Facebook?
Yeah, on Facebook. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter. Well, our Twitter handle is not very active, but you can find us on Instagram and on Facebook. And we have a website for DPAK.
Okay.
Yes, and DPAK's core website is also under construction, but it's going to be up and running soon. So they can check it out, www.domesticprofessionals.co.ke and www.deepaksacco.com. Yes, those are our websites. Yes. So we have also been holding so many conversations on Facebook and our DPAK page, where we handle topics to do with money.
Yes.
So we have we are running 4 trainings on financial management.
Actually, that's what I wanted us to come to a bit later, kidogo, because I've received a number of requests. Like I said, pale mwanzo, there are people asking me, Carol, please tuambie what we can do with our money. You've told us about a lady who came to your office na alikuwa na earn more than 20,000 and couldn't even put anything together. Juu pengine hii akiitishwa inaenda hii inaenda hivyo. So at the end of the day unashindwa kujipanga. Before we go there, hiyo ya kuelimisha watu about pesa yao, I just want you to tell us, how many members do you have as of now?
As of now, we are 70 members.
Hey.
Yes. We are
I told you, even
recruiting.
getting one person.
Yeah, getting one
kazi.
person ni kazi,
Yes,
especially because
70
we also need to convince them.
Yes.
And also, you see, I think when you're told about something that has money, your antennas always go up. Hey, hapo watu wataninyang'anya hapa kutaenda aje. Yes. So it is not easy, but what I think we have also is because of our social capital. You see, we had a membership, and also we are partnering with other organizations that work with domestic workers for a very long time.
Okay.
Yeah, so when now you tell them and they're like, sawa, let's do this. So I think that is one of the things that we are really riding on, and we're really grateful that our CV is clean. Yes. That's why we have gotten a good buy-in from the people that we've gotten.
Do you have those who are from outside
yes,
the
we
country?
have some who are from the Gulf.
Ni wengi wako huku?
Wengi wako huku, but tuko na wenye wako huku, and interestingly wameambiwa tu na hawa members wenye wako hapa kwa Sacco.
Wako kama countries gani? Of course there are Kenyans wako huku.
Saudia. We only have people from Saudia. The others who have shown interest are in, one has shown interest ako South Sudan, actually hata hayuko the Gulf, ako South Sudan. So we are having so many inquiries, and we are really happy that they are getting to hear about us and they are seeing the dream.
Okay.
Yes.
Now tell us about the borrowing aspect. Mimi niko Saudia saa hizi. Ninataka nikope pesa kutoka DPAK. What do I do?
What do you do? When we have the online registration.
Actually ningekuanzia na how do I save?
How do you
What's
save?
the procedure ya mimi kusave? And then I save for how long ndio nifike time ya kupata hiyo loan? Yes. Let's begin from the saving aspect.
So wenye tumefanyia registration, by the way hatujawafanyia wakiwa hapa, wako Saudia. So what we did is they share with us their email and we send them the registration form. Tukimtumia anaijaza, alafu ana send it back with a copy of their ID and a passport photo.
Okay.
So akisha share hizo, then tuna share na yeye the pay bill number. In fact, I was surprised that they are able to pay via pay bill wakiwa tu huko.
Okay.
Yes. So I think most of them have learned how to use M-Pesa, mobile banking, una transfer to your M-Pesa and then you send it here. So wanatuma to our bank account. After you've saved consistently for 6 months, you qualify to take a loan. And you have so many products, by the way. You have the normal loan and you have an emergency loan. So the emergency loan, you don't really need a guarantor because you can guarantee yourself. You can take up to 50% of your savings and
50% of your savings.
Yes, na inatumwa tu. Then for the other
so
loan,
meaning like if I've saved 100,
yes,
I can take 50,000.
Yes, and you don't really need a guarantor
for the emergency loan.
Yes, for the emergency one, but that one is payable within 3 months. Yes, and a very low interest rate of 3%, because we've noted that some people are paying up to 7%, 10% on a monthly basis, which which is actually on the higher side. So once we send you the application form, you apply for the loan and you send it over. What we're also doing is we are forming them into what we are calling cells. Cells, it's like the people that we've recruited, we help you to get to know one another so that it is easier for you to apply for a loan and to get guarantors, because that is the other biggest challenge when you're joining a loan. Nani atani guarantee? And now what we are also doing, even for those who are here and they have not gone, we go to the schools that they are training in. So by the time anatoka hapa, anatoka kama amesha register. So tunamregistisha tu akiwa hapa. And then you see now one of the things that Carol tumejua ni with financial management and kukua na the financial empowerment, it is all in the education that you give your members. So tunahimiza sana education. You educate them that hii ni loan, si pesa umepewa. So we like I will tell you about our one of the trainings that we give is on good and bad debt. So si kila wakati ukisikia unataka kitu unakimbililia loan. Kuna zile loan zenye unafaa kuchukua na zile haufai kuchukua. So tunawafundisha how to build even their social capital. Social capital is very important, especially when you are in a sacco. Social capital ni wale watu mnajuana na wao. We even encourage them to join as a group, because unaona mkiingia kwa group like the group that started the sacco, hiyo group tumefungua account kama a joint account. So what we do is ukisave yako maybe una savingi 1000, unaongeza 500 inaenda kwa the joint account. So what happens when you require a loan, hata huhitaji mimi nikuje nikusavia. So we have a joint account that tuna building kila mwezi. Hiyo ndio account yenye itakugaranti. So unapata it is easier to get a loan because now we are working, because I have realized, and I was telling them, sisi wenye hatuna pesa mingi, you may require up to 10 friends ndio uweze ku raise 1000. But kuna ule mtu mwenye hata kwa 10 people, akimbia tu mtu mmoja amewapea 1000. So we are leveraging on the power of numbers, that because we are many, because domestic workers are many. The last statistics that was done, we are more than 2 million domestic workers in Kenya. So those are very many people. Na unaonanga hata wao wanakusanyika na wanaform hata merry-go-rounds and all that. That merry-go-round can also become your guarantor. Like muna join, mnasema hii pesa tunawekanga hapa, sababu sisi hatutaweza kushinda tukiwafuata. Wacheni tukue in a very formal setup that wewe una save pesa yako na pesa ingine unaweka hapa, tunaweza kukugaranti unachukua loan. So those are the trainings that we are also doing for them, so that when it comes to taking a loan, it's not going to be hectic, because you already have a pool that you have set aside that can be able to guarantee you. Unachukua loan yako, unaenda unafanya kenye ulikuwa unataka kufanyia. Yes.
Wow. So for the emergency loan, I can take up to 50% of my savings and I pay in 3 months. Hii ingine na save up to 6 months.
6 months. No, hata emergency do qualify, you have to save for at least 6 months. Yes.
So hii ingine, ebu tueleze, tuseme I have maybe 100, I'll get how many times of my savings na nitalipa na muda unatoshana aje?
Yes, you're able to get 3 times of your savings. And because kuna watu hata hawaja save sana, you know, we got the formal registration this year, so we decided probably hata kwa mesave ati pesa mingi za kuchukua na miaka 3, that is usually the set. We have set it at 2 years. So within 2 years you pay that loan, then we are going to be reviewing it every year. So like next year we are going to review it. Watu wakiwa wamesave pesa mingi, do we have a choice? We review it so that we can accommodate them, so that they are able to pay with a longer period of time, because I am sure then they will have grown their money that they are able to even take a bigger loan, which paying in 2 years will not make very much economical sense for them. Yes.
I have a question on the risks that could be involved. For example, tuseme mtu anafanya kazi Saudia, imefika time wamekosana na Mwarabu, amerudi. So this person is not able to save anymore or to pay back their loan. So what do you do in those instances? Guarantor ndiako
ako kwa mata.
Because normally that is what happens in a sacco.
Yes.
So please talk to people about that aspect of wewe ukiwa guarantor unajieka kwa nini gani?
Yes, that is where we always say jua mtu mwenye unaenda kugaranti. But even after umemjua, there is what you're saying that si kutaka kwake, you know, a misfortune has happened. In the case where probably amekuja na hana income, we also have a probation period. Nasema as you settle yourself, let's give you 3 months. Because unajua we are also in the same industry, and being in the same industry industry means like we have CDTD, we have the association, we can always help you to get something else, because kama ulikuwa unafanya kazi na unafanya kazi mzuri, even ukitoka huko ukuja, ama hata kama uko huko si utatoka kazi na tutakusaidia kupata kazi nyingine. So we work with all our partners to be able to ensure that you get another job, so that hutaweka burden yako kwa the guarantors wenye uko nayo. So we are really very hands on in helping our members secure another job. In the case of probably someone has lost their life, definitely there is the insurance that is going to cover that. Yes, the loan insurance. Yes, and I don't know whether this is the point where we also say that we are taking up a last expense cover for our members, such that in case, unajua tumegundua ya kwamba mtu akipoteza mwenzao, it is usually hard. Hata mtu anaweza potea, you can lose someone when you don't have money in your account. So we have noted that we've lost 2 members in our association, and that is how we realize that the importance of having a last expense cover. Unakuta at that time watu hawana pesa, mnaweza changa tu hata less than 10,000 Kenya shilling. Unajua ni pesa kidogo sana ya kwenda kupatia familia. So we are looking at an insurance at a last expense cover that can cost them as little as 200 per month, and you're covered to a tune of 200,000 in case you lose yourself or a child or your partner, maybe if you're married. So in that case hautakuja kukopa pesa uende ukazike. It is not very good. Exactly, kuna yenye utapatiwa a certain lump sum, you go and shughulikia matanga and everything, and then you resume. So you will find that losing someone is not going to have a very huge financial dent on you. Yes.
Hiyo ni poa sana.
Yes, that is why the beauty of coming together.
Ni kweli. Hiyo inaonekana ni sako itasonga sana.
Sana, because we are looking at the welfare of our members, what is going to really benefit them, and because we have also been in the industry, tumeona shida zenye wanapitia na tumeona changamoto, so we are looking for all the policies and the products that we can have for the benefit of our members. Yes.
So wacha niwaulizie maswali kabisa. Tuambie, nimekuwa member wa DPAK na imefika time nataka kutoka. What happens? After how long do I get my shares? Kama nilikuwa na loan, what happens? Like, do I just leave ama what happens?
No, you can't just wake up and leave. We are so focused on member retention because we believe in the power of saving, and without saving you can't be able to progress. You can't even invest. So we work so hard to ensure your member hatatoka. Na by the time anatoka, maybe ameachieve zile dreams zenye alikuwa anataka kuachieve.
Yes, assuming ameachieve.
But assuming that time comes when they want to leave, you get all your shares. I mean all your deposit. Deposit ni zile pesa umekuwa ukisave. That is your money, but there is an exit fee. And it's only 1,000 bob only. That is the exit fee. But share capital, I also like to make it very clear. Share capital is non-refundable. But share capital labda uzie mtu mwingine, but share capital ndio inakupatianga dividend when you are a member. So it's not a loss, it's still your investment. So utakuwa unaendelea kupata dividend hata kama husave. But savings zako utapatiwa after you give us a 60 days notice. Ndio sasa unajua pesa inaweza kuwa tulikuwa tumeinvest somewhere, so we need to also give them notice, waturudishie pesa zetu, tukurudishie pesa yako. Tukikurudishia pesa yako, if you had a loan, ulikuwa probably uko na loan, of course tuta offset loan yetu, tukurudishie the balance uende nayo. So that is what happens. You don't stand to lose your money. And our sacco follows the sacco laws to the letter. Kama ni deposit, that's your money. Kama ni shares, hiyo ulisha own sako. Hiyo utakuwa unapata dividend hata kama ni miaka 10 mpaka hata ukufe, hata mwenye umeandika next of kin bado ataendelea kupata dividend. But your deposit, that's your money, and no one should take that from you. And if anyone, hata juni napata simu wananiuliza, unajua tulikuwa tumesave na hii sako, but then you can lodge a complaint with the Ministry of Cooperatives, because that is your money and no one should take that money from you. Yes, it is very much refundable.
Thank you. Kabla sasa tukuja kwa zile 4
the trainings.
The trainings. Umetuambia kuna watu washachukua loan kwa DPAK. Please, DPAK Sacco, hebu tueleze probably what are some of the things wameweza kufanya na hiyo pesa. I know of course you don't keep following like, hey, ulienda kufanya nini na hiyo pesa, but this is meant to inspire someone. Ajue sasa inaweza kuwa na hii 20,000 hainitoshi kufanya chenye nataka, but I can be given 3 times by the sacco, na niweza kununua maybe shamba, na ma niweza kununulia mamangu washing machine or something like. What are some of the things umeona zikifanyika na watu wenye wameweza kuchukua loan?
One of the things that I really have enjoyed Kitambo walikuwa wananiambia, imagine niliambia mdosi wangu anipatie loan nipeleke mtoto shule, amekataa. But mtu anakuambia by the way, unajua ile pesa nilisave kale loan nilienda nika clear bill, so mtoto wangu hata anaenda private school ama anasoma shule mzuri. Another one was caught up in a situation where the parent was unwell, and saa zingine it is so unfortunate that sometimes that unapatanga the domestic worker is the breadwinner even in their family. So unapata yeye ndio burden mzima inamwangukia. Kaniambia sasa kama singekuwa nimesave akimbabangu hangeza kudiagnosewa hiyo ugonjwa na aendelee kutibiwa. Some will tell you that I have a project, I'm thinking of buying a motorbike, nipeleke huko ushago mtu they will tell you that they have bought that motorbike. Kuna wale wengine wenye hawajakopa ndio, but you can hear someone tell you kuna chama tuko nayo ama tuko na hii tumefanya na tumeweza kununua shamba. So this replicating this to our members gives us so much joy that hawa watu wana benefit from it. And also using that loan to get something that is giving you an income. That is
kama
something
motorbike.
Kama motorbike, because thing. That is a very good debt. Hata wewe ukiservice unasikia at least inakusaidia.
Na haitakuhemesha vile. Because already you're getting something from what you put your money into.
Yes.
Oh, that's very important, and thank you so much. Vile mnafanya domestic work iwe professional na iwe ni kitu pia mtu anajivunia akifanya. And hapa kwa Kiradhi, by the way, I've brought quite a number wenye wameweza kufanya vitu na pesa yenye wanapata because the environment iliwa allow kuweza kufanya hivyo. So thank you so much. Tuchukue tu break kidogo tu ndio tukumbushe watu tuenda migoda kuria ya Breaker Homes na dreda tugurehera project imwe iria tukoretwo nayo kuria mwena wa Nyahururu, na migoda ya 50 by 100. Migoda yo turamiendia na thogora wa 195,000 Kenya shillings, na iria ngine ya shiringi 150,000 150,000 Kenya shillings. All you need to do kama huna hiyo pesa yote pamoja, just give a deposit of 50,000, then the rest you can pay in 6 months. So wada kwaraniria na Breaker Homes na bashi toshia thimo ni 0721 077 077. Nenda tuikiri oro hanini nigetha tugicoka tumenye training iria Deepak Sacco ikoragwo ikinegera members ao nigetha makahota kumenya uria makuiga mbeca ciao wega na uria magucionjorithia, na nigetha mundu at the end of the day akona hari kaundu ahota kwikira, because kaingi riria tuoka guku kuria turauga Edith Murogo uria ukoretwo nawe akunyitirira na njira nene, ni tumenyaga ati airetu aria mararuta wira wa nyumba o hamwe na anake kana athuri na atumia toto airetu tumandikagwo guku ni tukoragwo tukiinukia maundu maingi muno maria tumenyaga ati to training tu airetu makoragwo magiko ya gukorwo magithii kwandikwo mawira ma nyumba, no ni makoragwo makiheo dignity ya wira uria marutaga. Koguo twikiri oro hanini nigetha tugicokereria tuhege makiria uhoro wigie wigithia.
One, nyenda kuthomithia mwiroreri tondu mugunda to kugura hari watho ukoragwo kuo thiini wa thirikari, more importantly wa Physical Planning Act. Watho ucio ri niguo ukoragwo thurimite kundu kuria kwagirwo gwatũrwo mugunda, ukauga atiriri kuna gutingiaturwo broti ya 40 by 20.
Yes.
Kutingiaturwo broti ya 16 by 1. Taru ngithika yore ni ukora tofauti twa 25 anga by 30. Tofauti tunini muno. Ugathii uguo gwe kundu nginya watho thiini wa bururi twa Kenya ugaga ndungiatura 50 by 100 tondu ni thiini muno. But here ndigwitikire koguo it is 50 by 100. That is number one. Na tutina broti nyingi. Twina broti 196. O icio tu.
No icio tu 196.
No already andu nimagurite already watu wameshanunua ona matari moka tondu karo andu nimamenyirwo tumeraga niguo. That's it.
Ni na Paul okiuga ati andu nimagurite niguo tondu kwina andu aingi muno makoretwo maki-enquire through our pages, through our YouTube channel, magakorwo makiuria horo wa migunda eno. Ni ngatho muno ni undu wa guikara thiini wa kirathi gia Karo Kinyigo Maura. Ino ni tabarira ya This is Me, na muthenya wa umuthi turi na Elizabeth na ni atwira ati niwe mwambiriria kana ni umwe waria mambiriirie Sacco ino yoikaine ta DPAK, na DPAK kuma kiambiriria tugire ati ni Sacco iria ikoretwo ikiingiria aruti a wira a nyumba aria mari guku bururi-ini na aria mari nja wa bururi, na ndingienda utigwo thutha thĩinĩ wa ũhoro ũyũ ũrĩa nĩ ũhoro mwega mũno tondũ nĩ ũkoretwo ũkĩnjũria Karo nĩ atĩa tũngĩgunĩka tumenye ũrĩa tũgũkorwo tũkĩigithia mbeca citũ. So the opportunity is here and now, na tũkĩrĩkia show ĩno nĩ tũgũkorwo tũgĩkũne namba na nginya tũkwĩre mwena wa Facebook kana nenda-inĩ nĩ atĩa ũngĩkorwo ũgĩkinyĩra DPAK Sacco. So back to you Elizabeth, asante sana. Ulikuwa umetutajia kwamba you have training opportunities. Tueleze zaidi.
Before I touch on the training,
Yes.
We had just talked about the projects that our members do.
Yes.
We have also noted that there is a need to also instill in them a saving culture towards projects.
Okay.
So in our Sacco, we have a product that we are calling the Muradi account, Muradi or project account, where you save specifically for a certain project.
Okay.
Because I have seen some people will tell you, I started this domestic work to start a beauty shop. So we sit down with them and we ask, how much do you need for a beauty shop?
Yes.
I need 200,000. How much do you earn? How much can you be able to set aside to save for a beauty for the beauty project? And how much time do you need? We put that money in a Muradi account, and at the end of it all, we give you an interest. So utapata umesave pesa yako na umepata interest, probably zile zenye ulikuwa unafaa kuchukulikia license na nini, hata hutatumia pesa yako, utatumia ile pesa ulipata interest with it. So that is a product that we are finding is very attractive to our members because it gives them an opportunity to fix that money for a period of time. 1 year, 2 years, unaweza pata hata umepewa bonus hiyo mwaka, unaweka hapo, unasema hiyo ni ile project ninakuja kufanya. So we want our members to also engage in income generating activities, even when they are working. There are so many things that you can do even when you're working, and they can earn you an income.
Na employer asikatae sana.
Hapana, asikatae. We also have a sensitization program for them where we are telling them, when you have an empowered domestic worker, trust you me, you have peace. Because huyo mtu akona na anajua penye anaelekea na anajipanga. So ukimfrustrate pia yeye atakufrustrate sababu ataenda kutafuta mahali penye atafeel ako safe, anaweza fanya vitu zake.
Provided kazi yenye
anafanya
vizuri, watoto anaangalia vizuri, kama ni usafi anaweka, so that isiwe tena divided attention too much. But if anafanya kila kitu yenye inafaa kufanywa and it's not taking away anything from her work, it's only good to allow them to save and try do something else.
Yes. So what we have found is the cornerstone of financial empowerment as DPAK Sacco is financial education. So we have 4 areas that we cover. The first one, we call it the money-wise domestic professional. Money-wise domestic professional is like the introduction to financial management, where we ask, what are your financial goals? How do you account for your money? Ukipatiwa mshahara, unatumanga yote nyumbani, ama unaendanga, unasema mshahara imefika, now we can party. Because you need to also know how to manage your finances, come up with a budget, allocate the finances, and we always tell them, 50% should go to your necessities, zile vitu zenye lazima ufanye. 30% should go to those wants. Unajua tule tu vitu nafikirianga, you know, it is for to cater for your lifestyle. Kuna ka lifestyle tu anapenda na asipopenda hako anasikia pesa yake haimfanyii kazi. Then 20% should go to savings and investment. So we train them on how to allocate that money, na tukifanya hii ndio tunawarudisha pale kwa how do I make sure my income inaongezeka. Because sometimes unaweza pata even the money you're getting haimalizi your necessities. Yes, so we have that at the money wise domestic professional. Na hapo ndio pia tunaongea kuhusu being very financially responsible. Sababu Karo, what we have also noted is kuna watu hawajiamini na pesa. Anachupata anatumia fulani, anamwambia hebu ni manage juu hata mimi nikichukua pesa. And we have seen that especially with people who are going to the Gulf. Anatumia mtu hapa nyumbani pesa yake yote. Akirudi hakuna pesa by the way uongelesha watu. Pesa inakwambianga by the way, Karo, leo huna nguo ya kuvaa na uko na closet imejaa. Unajipata kwa duka ukinunua nguo. You could have come with one of your inakusukumanga tu na inakupeanga ina uchokozi fulani. So for you to be able to be in control, you have to put your budget. Na pesa ikikuja, please usiseme hii ni ya nini lakini nitatuma kesho, tuma saa hii. You know that some people will say, nilikuwa na pesa ya Sacco lakini kitu kakakuja,
and then I used
it. Tuma saa hiyo saa zile umeipata, umeiallocate na unajua inaenda mahali, tuma saa hiyo. After umekuwa responsible, unajua ku make budget, umekujua ku save, then now the next thing we talk about is how do you grow your money. Na hapa ndipo tunaongeanga about investments. What do you need to know before you put your money somewhere? Sababu tumekuta watu wanaambiwa, hey, leta 100,000 nikupatie 1 million. Where is the 900,000 coming from? Who is in the business of giving you money? So tunawauliza, and then we also know So kuna zile financial goals. Kama pesa unataka kuitumia in 10 years, which is the best investment to put in? Because kuna mtu utakuja alipata 100,000 akaiweka kwa shares na shares hairudishwi na hiyo pesa alikuwa amepanga akikuja ndio ataanza nayo biashara. Unaona itamsaidia. So we tell them what are the financial products that tutaweza kuweka. Then you talk about emotional ties. Juu kuna watu wanakuanga very emotional. Akisikia kitu anataka kukimbililia, anataka kufanya pana, pause, think, reflect, you know, even ask questions, ask someone what do you think about this project, because as zingine unakuta watu wanajipatanga hapo pesa yake yote inakunywa maji. Exactly. So after we grow your money, tunaongea about setting up my business. Because kuna watu wameniambia, yes, the third one. Yes, setting up your business. Kuna watu wanatuambia, mimi nataka nifanye kazi ya nyumba miaka ngapi? 3. Unapata alifanya miaka ngapi? 30. Juu alisema anafanya 3 aanzishe biashara. Hana the biashara anataka kuanzisha. So we talk about how do you come up with a business idea? What do you need to know before you start that business? Where will you even source the products? You know, you need to come up with all those things. Then kuna wale wako kwa biashara, we talk about how do you grow your business. Juu sasa uko na biashara ndio, how do you market? How do you keep your records? Kwa saa zingine unasikianga mtu, mimi hesabu zangu nazifanyanga na wapi? Na akili. Even when you want a loan, ukienda kwa bank utaenda kuambia iko kwa akili. Hapana. Even when you want a business loan, lazima uko na hesabu zako zinaenda vizuri. The people who would say I would want to invest in your business, utawapatia nini? So we educate them on how to start a business, because most of them have dreams to start a business. And now the other one is we talk about money and family. Sababu acha nikwambie Karo, you cannot do domestic work if you don't have a good heart and you're not generous. So domestic workers are very generous. Sasa wakipigiwa simu wakiambiwa huku nyumbani nini
kumefanyika hivi,
pesa yote inatumwa. So we talk about money and family. How do you involve your family even in the way you're budgeting? How do you even communicate to them? How do you even say no? And you know, one of the ways that kusema no is usually very hard, but it is very important because unaonyesha ya kwamba pesa zako ziko mahali. Na ndio maana tunawaambianga usikae na pesa. Sababu ukikaa na pesa mtu akikwambia nitumie utamtumia. Exactly. Make sure that you keep your money somewhere so that it can be able to grow. Na ukiwa umeallocate pesa zako, unawezanga hata kusema hapana, saa hii sina. Wewe itafuteni, nikipata mshahara nitawasort na ile pesa mimi wasort nayo, mjipange. You know, even having that communication and knowing how to tell them no, and also telling them by the ati tumekosana. Na saa zingine people take advantage of like I told you, by the a good domestic worker has a good heart. Hata hawawezangi, hata wanaogopanga kukudisappoint. So what they do is they will just give. And eventually when they have a problem, wanaambiwa si wewe ndio uliacha kazi, si wewe ndio ulifanya nini. Unajua when you don't see your money working for you, you feel demotivated even when you're at work. So for you to feel motivated, make sure your money works for you. Make sure you do something to help you, because it motivates you to even work more and work harder. So those are the 4 things that we take them through. So that even as they are investing, hata tukiwaambia ekeni pesa kwa mradi account, they can be able to say inaweka hapa ndio inifanyie hivi na hivi, it is in line with my financial goals. So we always host these talks so that now they can
you have them on your socials.
Yes, we actually we have been hosting the talks on Facebook. There is a way you can host a guest on Facebook na wana watch na wanaona, and then we move it and we take it to our YouTube channel. So pia wanaweza watch hapo.
You have a channel as well?
For DPAK, yes, we do have a channel, because all the trainings is done on the DPAK.
Utaambia wa subscribe pale mwisho na pia waone hizi video zingine, because you see when you watch something inaingianga zaidi, because you've listened and umeinternalize. I like what you said about a budget. Hata shule tukifanya business classes tulikuwa tunaambiwa about a budget, and it's sad that many people operate without a budget. So you find yourself vitu zinaenda tu, pesa inatapakaa tu, because you don't have a point of reference that hii mwezi kisha I normally do this and that, and a lot of impulse buying and inafanya tu
na hiyo ndio inakufanyanga you end up in debt. So we talk about what is good debt and what is bad debt, and most of the times we find ourselves in bad debt because we spend money we don't have, because hata hukuwa na budget. So unaenda unasikia nipatie hiyo na hata una pesa, so you find you spend money that was even meant for school. So by the time shule inakuja kulipa unalipwa, you go and take a loan. You pay a loan with an interest. What are you doing? You're in a cycle of debts, repaying debts. There are people who even do debt financing. Anakopa wewe anaenda kulipa huyu. Huyu anakopa, huyu anakuja. See, that's what people are doing out here. So we teach about, you know, managing your debt, and even if you're in debt, it is not the end of everything. You can always work on a way to get out of debt, because when you're in debt, bad debt, not good debt, bad debt, you can't be able to invest.
Oh, we have the good one.
You have the good one. Unaweza kuwa umechukua loan ukaenda ukanunua shamba. Si nimesikia ukituambia kuna mashamba. Exactly. So hiyo si inaenda inakuwa an asset. Na shamba hayozi na hai depreciate. It will always gain in value. So that's a good debt, you can say.
So now, Elizabeth, your heart is for domestic workers, and unataka kuona wakiishi vizuri, wakiachieve and all that. So tell us, unajiona wapi na DPAK in the coming years, and what would you like to see in the lives of domestic workers?
Yes, I can tell you for sure that my dream is to see DPAK having even a banking hall, become a deposit-taking sacco. And my dream was always to become a banker, by the way. So as I'm serving them, I see my dream come true. Exactly. So I see a situation whereby we have domestic workers that are financially empowered, that are able to make their financial decisions. We could have started another institution, let's say even a microfinance or anything else, but we wanted a sacco because we want them to own it. We want them to own it and make decisions that are having their best interest at heart. That we have domestic workers that are financially empowered and economically empowered. Because once you're financially empowered, you're able to make decisions that are going to help you grow economically. Because the reason as to why you work is so that you can be able to achieve your dreams. So if I see one person, two people achieve their dream, that is my joy. That I started domestic work, miaka mbili nilikuwa nataka kuanzisha biashara kangu, ndiko haka, kwa nataka ku-own land. Kuna wengine wanasema, imagine sisi tulizaliwa tu kwa broti. You know, we would want to have our own piece of land, and you walk the journey with them and you make sure they have owned that land. It gives me so much joy. So to become a deposit-taking sacco, and to also see our members achieve their financial dreams. Yes.
I'm sure before we give the number that people could reach you through, and also the platforms where you are, ulikuwa ushaambia platforms, but tutawarudia too, because we are coming to the end. What would you like to be your parting shots?
What I would like to tell our viewers today is, I would want to say I love working in numbers, like 3 or 4 things. One is that we need to change our mindset around money. There are so many things that, especially if you've come from a background that is, you know, not well up, and you're still trying to get away from poverty. People may tell you so many things. Kwenu hakuna mtu anatajirikanga, uwezi fanya hivi, kazi ya nyumba haiwezi kukusaidia own your own product. Change your own mindset and think about very positive things, because it is very possible. It is very possible. It is very possible to achieve your dream. It may take longer than people may expect, but you will get there. Also invest in financial education. When you have a call for anything to do with finances, show up. Come learn, because as we say, knowledge is power. When you have the power and you feel empowered, you are able to do better. Thirdly, advocate for yourself. I always tell them, when it comes to money, it's me, myself, and I. Don't always look at the interest of that person. Always ask, what is in it for me? When you're giving out your money, maybe it's an investment, maybe it's something, always ask, what is in it for me? And when you're looking at for your best interest, no one is going to come and take advantage of your money. So even when you join our circle, because I know you're going to join, come for the meetings, and if you feel something is not working according to your expectations, raise your voice and say, hey, how about what you told us that you're going to get this interest or this dividend? Why is it not happening? Because if you don't advocate for yourself, you give someone power, and when they take away your power, they will even take away that money that you do have. So when you advocate for yourself, when you speak for yourself, and this only comes when you have the financial empowerment. If you're financially empowered, you have the confidence to even speak up and ask questions. So that would be my parting shot for today. And they are very much welcome to join DPAK Sacco, because we say DPAK is the Domestic Workers Sacco, and it cannot be a sacco without you, because we are a sacco for you, by you, and with you. Yes.
Wow. So tell me, you've talked about the meetings that you want them to attend. Do you have a WhatsApp group for them, or how do you communicate that on a certain day we have a meeting?
Yes, we have a WhatsApp group. Once I give them the number, they can even check, drop me a message and ask to be given the link. And even when you go to our DPAK Sacco page, there is that WhatsApp number that is linked. So you just connect and ask for the link, and I'll also share it in the group, in the page. Yes, it is there. Yes, we have a WhatsApp group, and we always share it on our pages. Yes, when you have a session.
Wow.
Yes.
Waambie sasa namba na hizo platforms.
Yes, on Facebook it's DPAK Sacco, the Domestic Workers Sacco. That's where you are going to get us. Our number is 0798 108 195. 0798 108 195. DPAK Sacco, the Domestic Workers Sacco. That's the way it's called on Facebook.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, actually I wanted you to be specific kwa sababu siku hizi unapata kuna watu wana duplicate pages za wengine.
Yes.
So not unless maybe ukumbusha watu, me yangu profile picture I'm in blue. Don't take the one that is in here.
Yes, ours is the DPAK Sacco Society, the Domestic Workers Sacco. So it has the Domestic Workers Sacco.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can also join our Facebook page, the Domestic Professionals Association of Kenya, DPAK. We have a Facebook group that you can join, and we also have our conversations in the group. Yes.
Pale YouTube kuna nini na
YouTube kuna Domestic Professionals Association of Kenya, DPAK YouTube channel, and you're also going to get us on Instagram, DPAK. DPAK at DPAK Kenya. Yes.
Okay, wow. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Pia mimi nitaenda nikihubiri injili ya DPAK.
Yes, because ndio to grow pamoja.
Funny enough, imagine I'm on YouTube, but I really love domestic workers. I think I got it from Edith.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she has that contagious passion that everyone who
sana, because I know some of the things wanapitianga. It's not because they want to go through them, especially those who have to face cruel employers. So napenda kusikia pahali watainuka. I really love that because most of them, wacha nikwambie, utaketi na mtu na usikia haya, this was a B material in school, this was an A material, ni venye tu hakuweza kufanya ABCD. Some are even more organized than yourself in your own house. Anaamka anafanya vitu, anachangamka hadi watoto wanajua kuwatikia care more than yourself. So I really like them, and I know God has also a very soft spot for them.
Sure.
Because we leave them as our house managers every day. Tukiondoka kama sasa hivi yenye niko hapa, si nimeachia mtu na expect nipate kila kitu iko in order. So sometimes let's always try to do what we can for them, na pia tunawaombea ndio pia wanaweza kuendelea na kazi zao. So we wish you all the best.
Thank you so
we
much.
wish DPAK all the best.
Yes, thank
we
you.
pray for more membership.
Yes,
ndio pia wao waendelee kusaidika, si ndio?
Yes.
But all the same, uko na wengi. I told you, even on YouTube, getting one subscriber is a lot of work. So I'm imagining with over 70 members as of now, that's a lot of work you've done. And even trying to bring people on board, mambo ya pesa mnaelewana, for sure, you've done a good thing. And we wish you all the best. And being the future banker. Tukiachana tafadhali, wacha tu niulize hii. Kuna sako mingi mtu atasema, wacha nifikirie hii yenye niona rafiki yangu ama nini. Tell them, why should they trust DPAK?
Why they should trust DPAK Sacco is, one, let me say about things that we've seen that make Saccos fail. And that is the lessons that we've really learned, and we're implementing them. One, it's because they don't follow the regulations for Saccos. Because Saccos are destined to work and progress. Because like the Cooperatives Act was enacted in the 60s. And it is always amended so that it serves the best interest of the members. But people don't follow the regulations. So DPAK Sacco, like I told you, followed all the regulations to the letter because we believe that we have the best institution that is destined to work and to work for our members. So people that don't follow the regulations, those ones are going to, by no doubt, but for us we are following the regulations to the letter. Secondly, greed is what sometimes happens, that people will come and squander people's money. Pesa sidawaongelesha, mkoda milioni 3 na ni za watu, mnafikiria ni yenu. So what we have made sure that we have people of integrity. Like I've told you, there are people, domestic workers themselves, there are people who've worked in the industry for so many years advocating for domestic workers' rights and dignity. These are people who are committed to the welfare of domestic workers. And thirdly, incompetence. incompetence, mmepewa pesa hamjui kumanage, hamjui kwenye mtapeleka ndio yield returns for your members. So in our board we have a banker, not myself by the way, we have a banker who has worked for over 20 years in the banking sector. So she comes with a wealth of knowledge on how to, you know, manage the people's money. We have a fund manager in the investment sector. So he guides us on where it's prudent to put our money and it's going to give us a good return. I'm an accountant myself, like I told you, so manage credit and debit here to Kosawa. And we have now the domestic workers themselves that have worked with the domestic workers and they know the do's and the don'ts in the domestic service sector. So we have a very competent team, and we have also a marketing person also under the board. So we have very competent people that are going to serve our members and to ensure that our members benefit from becoming members. So I believe that with integrity and with competent people, we are going to take DPAK Sacco to the next level, and no one should be afraid to put our money, to put their money with DPAK Sacco.
Sindio?
Yes.
Na ndio wakiniona pia wanaona usa.
Oh yes, and then we have the goodwill of Karo. Hatutaki kuharibu hii jina. She has already made a very good name for her. Hatutaki akuja ambiwe wewe ulituletea mkora. So we also have people that, you know, the stakeholders, they are people who have a very good standing in the community. So si watu tunaweza taka kuangusha. Our chairperson is Edith Murogo, who has also created a very good name for the organization and for herself. So we have a lot at stake to lose because of pesa yenye inakujanga na inaenda. So it is ours to make sure we manage the resources of our members very well, and we grow together and we see an economically, financially empowered community. Yes.
Na ni pesa utafutwa na jasho sana. Kwanza hii ya girls.
Kwanza hii yenye imepatwa na jasho mingi hata usidhubutu.
I know.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you muno ni undu wa guikara thiini wa kirathi gia Karo Kinyugo Mura, tugagucokeria ngatho nyingi muno. Twina mande wathoma kaundu kamwe kana twiri kuhitukira show ya muthenya wa umuthi, tugacokeria Elizabeth ngatho muno makiria nginya ni undu wa riciria ta riu ria kumenya ati no tuhote kunyitirira gikundi giki kiandu nigetha ona o muthiaine makahota kumira o mundu na kindu giake, na toguo tuuga ati ino ni kambuni kana ni sacco ingihokeka na njira nene muno hindi ciothe riria wamona ona ni ukanyona ho thiini. Koguo ndugakorwo uri na guoya, namba icio wanengerwo make use of them. Ako ni ukwenda gukorwo ukijoin, ririkana he namba waheo iria wona waraniria nao ni ugukorwo ukimenya mitaratara ya kuregister, kuigithia na gukomba na kuriha. Haya, macio ni maundu mana: kuregister, kuigithia, gukomba na gwika atia na kuriha. Na uria ukuhota kuhuthira mbeca icio ni mauga ati mekuria mwena wa Facebook kuria ungikorwo ugithoma maundu macio na watch videos icio thiini wa YouTube nigetha ukorwo ukirikiria uhoro ucio makiria. Ngai wa muoyo amurathime muno na murori magukumia na kindu giothe mwahutia kirotwika gia gutherema. Ona akorwo ni murenda kuigithia migunda kuhitukira kwa Brico Homes, ningi muhoera ati mukorwo mukihota gwikaguo, tondu ndakwira twina project kundu gutiganite. Tuna migunda ya 50 by 100 kuria mwena wa Sagana turendia na 500,000. Tuna project itiganite kuria mwena wa Juja, ningi turi ona ingi kuria mwena wa Nyahururu. Ona migunda yo ni ndakwira ni ya 50 by 100, na ndakwira mathogora ni ati twina migunda ya 195,000 na twina ingi ya 150,000. Na project ici citu ciothe ni tuhenaga kahinda ka mieri 6 nigetha mundu akorwo ahota kwibanga kahora akariha akanengerwo taito na agathie na mbere na gwika uria akwendaga thiini wa mugunda ucio wake. Koguo wina DPAK mwena uyu igigu support gukorwo ukimenya uria ukuithia bia ciaku kana magakuhe mukombo nigetha wiki uria ukwenda. Ririkana na ithuĩ mwena ũyũ ũngĩ nitũrakũnengereria mĩgũnda gũkũ kwa Brico Homes. Namba citũ cia thimũ nĩ 0721 077 077. Ũngĩkorwo nĩ ũkwenda gũkorwo ũgĩshare rũgano rwaku na ithuĩ gũkũ thĩinĩ wa kĩrathi, twĩna segment itiganĩte. Twĩna how we met kũrĩa endwa matwĩraga ũrĩa macemania kana kũrĩa macemanĩirie na harĩa makinyĩte nginya rĩu. Twĩna this is me kũrĩa tũthikagĩria rũgano rwa mũndũ kũrĩa aumĩte na matanya make mũtũrĩre-inĩ. Toguo tokorwo tũkĩigua rũgano rwa Elizabeth muthenya wa muthi ni turi kirathi haria kaingi tukoragwo tukiaririria uhoro wa ugima wa mwiri kana tukaruta andu maundu matiganite. Na ningi no tukoragwo na segment iria twitaga I need love kuria endwa makoragwo kana andu makoragwo magicaria endwa thiini wa kirathi gia Karo Kinyugo Mura. Ungikorwo hari undu ungienda gukorwo kinjira, my number on WhatsApp only is 0722 91 90 62. I insist on WhatsApp tondu wahura njage kuya ritukumenana tuhu na niĩ ndingĩraga kuoya thimũ ciaku, no gũkorwo hi nĩ kũrecord ndĩrarecord kana ndĩ handũ kamũcemanio itangĩhota gũkuera, no wandĩka message I can always refer na hote gũkorwo ngĩkwarĩria, kana no ũhũthĩre email address yakwa nĩyo caroline.kinyugo@gmail.com. Ngai wa muoyo mũrathime, tũcemanie thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ĩngĩ. Rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Caro Kinyugo Mwaura.
One, nyendaga kũthomithia mwĩroreri tondũ mũgũnda to kũgũra. Harĩ watho ũkoragwo kuo thĩinĩ wa thirikari, more importantly wa Physical Planning Act. Watho ũcio rĩ nĩguo ũkoragwo thũrimĩte kũndũ kũrĩa kwagĩrĩirwo gwatũrwo mũgũnda. Ũkauga atĩrĩrĩ, kuna gũtingĩatũrwo broti ya 40 by 20.
Yes.
Gũtingĩatũrwo broti ya 16 by 1. Tarĩu ũngĩthika yore ni ũgũkora tũburoti twa 25 anga by 30. Tũburoti tũnini mũno. Ũgathiĩ ũguo gwĩ kũndũ nginya watho thĩinĩ wa bũrũri witũ wa Kenya ugaga ndũngĩatũra 50 by 100 tondũ nĩ thĩinĩ mũno. But here nĩ gwĩtĩkĩre, koguo it is 50 by 100. That is number one. Na tũtirĩ na broti nyingĩ, twĩna broti 196 o icio tu.
No icio tu 196.
No already andũ nĩ magũrĩte, already watu wameshanunua ona matarĩ moka tondũ Caro andũ nĩ mamenyirwo tũmeraga nĩguo. That's it.
Ĩni na Paul ũkiuga atĩ andũ nĩ magũrĩte nĩguo tondũ kwĩna andũ aingĩ mũno makoretwo maki-enquire through our pages, through our YouTube channel, magakorwo makiũria ũhoro wa mĩgũnda ĩno.